We could see that possibility of it playing out where it props it up and then we see a massive decline as we get into the second half of 2022. Right? They mitigate the inflation. And as we get closer and closer to the midterm elections, right here, when we see the markets begin to really unwind like they did in 1969, that's the scenario I'm seeing. Now, we don't really know yet what the Saturn, Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune aspects are going to do to Bitcoin. We know that the Saturn, Uranus aspect really pushed up the price of Bitcoin to an all-time high and then pushed it again to an all-time new high. And now the markets are going through, you have extreme highs, extreme lows, extreme highs, extreme lows, right? Or near lows. And we see now we're in this Jupiter, Neptune zone. We're not quite there yet. We're almost there. Let me show you what I mean. This is where we're at right now. So we don't know yet what that will do. I suspect it'll push the price up. It'll prop it up as much as it can in the midst of all this chaos, in the midst of the Fed raising the rates to mitigate inflation. When you look at the Jupiter-Neptune transits to the S&P 500 index, you could see that the market stayed down leading up to the conjunction and then begin moving up thereafter. So we can suspect that the prices here to maintain their levels, basically holding the levels that they're at now, are going a bit higher. Now, this is the worst case scenario. I mean, we could see it go to we don't know yet. We don't have enough data, unlike the stock market, to know what this is going to do. So we're still there. The other thing we need to keep in mind, the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction right here on the natal Uranus-Saturn opposition of Bitcoin. And when we look at it, again, we could see here that it pushes it up for around 8 to 9%. See an 8 to 9% increase. So that's going into April, into the time of the eclipse. The partial solar eclipse will also be having an impact as well. So this partial solar eclipse will be making a direct trine hit to the natal Bitcoin sun, as well as transiting Mars right on the ascendant. So based on this data here, I would say that we could see the Bitcoin, the market, become much more choppier and volatile, but continue to maintain its present to current levels. Most likely, at best, what I think we're looking at is that Bitcoin finally moves past its 200-day moving average, which would be a $45,000 level, meaning that it's going to go up, but it may not go up as much as we like it to due to what's happening in the world. Now, Bitcoin surged when the White House unveiled its crypto executive order.
Watch the full presentation of this webinar in the Crypto Astrology Group membership at gta.williamstickevers.com or click the link in the description.